Hey, Andrea.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
I can. Oh, look who's here. Hi, Janine. Hey, Janine, if it's okay with you, I'd like to invite you up onto stage. Would you like to? I'm going to pull her up, invite her to speak. So, Andrea, I don't know if you know Janine, but this is Janine Finney, and she is the author of The Flip Flop CEO, a book written for network marketers about network marketing.
I am familiar with that book. How exciting.
Oh, yay! And here's Stacy. I'm going to invite her up to speak. So, Andrea, share with us how your experience with Clubhouse has been going so far.
It always cracks me up to join a new social media platform of any kind because you kind of feel like you're scared to touch anything because you're worried about doing something wrong or interrupting the speaker when they're talking or so I have found that the clubhouse rooms that are like um, teaching you about Clubhouse have been the most informational for me right now. But I do have to say that I love that you got to pick the topics they were interested in because I get alerted about marketing ones all the time and I love them so much. I've gotten lots of good little tidbits. I actually just got off of a how to maximize your presence on TikTok and it was really interesting.
That sounds pretty cool. Oh, I think I kind of wish I had been in on that one, but I was in another meeting, so darn. We'll have to maybe share some of those tips. But first I
Yeah.
want to welcome Stacy.
Well, hey, ladies, as you were talking about all that, Andrea, I was like, oh my God, what is happening? This is my first time on here. And I owe it to you two for keeping this mom here in the hip and the know, I guess, of what's up and coming.
Well, that's kind of our job, right, Andrea?
Pretty much. Yep.
Awesome. So since the TikTok stuff is pretty, hot topic now as well as Clubhouse, why don't you share what you learned about TikTok and let's apply it to network marketers and direct salespeople? How can they begin to implement TikTok into their business and really build a presence and I guess, a brand?
Sure. So I kind of joined it. Actually, Stacy and I were recording something else earlier, so I kind of joined it at the end, and they were doing a little bit of Q&A. But what the theme that kept coming up was something I myself am guilty of, is getting on the platform and just absorbing the content and not actually putting any of your own content out. And so they were talking about, regardless of what your business is or what your interest is, just starting the process of putting videos out and just seeing what works and what doesn't, and being totally cool with the 3 views versus the 3,000 views. And obviously, TikTok is where we go to be entertained and educated. Um, you go there because it's quick paced videos that continuously entertain you, and or it's something that gives you a quick little tutorial on how to do something. I am obsessed with the tutorials on how to take better pictures with my iPhone. Like those are amazing.
Mm.
So they kept touching on, just stop going in and just absorbing the content, but instead actually become a part of the information. They were also talking about how um, the For You pages and the performance on TikTok had been down in recent weeks, and that they're starting to see it rise again, where your videos are being seen again. And they think that's because if you were on TikTok the past 2 weeks, it was really inundated with political videos, regardless,
Oh.
on both sides, but a lot about politics and what was going on in the world. And so maybe we're just happen to hit a point where we can get back to a little away from that, I guess.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I do have to say I'm also guilty of the jumping on TikTok just to absorb it because I follow so many people who are funny and
Yes.
creative and all of that, and I love watching their stuff just for my own personal like get out of work mode. And I haven't set aside time to do any TikToks that are quote unquote business related, really. I mean, I've done a couple that I guess could be considered from a coach's perspective business related, but for the most part, anything that I post on my TikTok is me duetting someone being stupid or funny, or, just my reaction to something. I do mostly duets right now.
I
So,
think I've seen one or two of your duets. They're funny. You know who would be a professional on TikTok is Stacy here,
oh.
because she, although she was so resistant to the idea of creating for TikTok, she is a Instagram Reels Pro, which it's basically the same thing, a few different features, but her content, her Instagram Reels are so entertaining and have, they're a good combination of work and play. And so, we just need to get her to hop on over to that other platform.
Well, it's funny, Andrea, because of course you have been badgering me for forever to do TikTok. And my perception, so I'm a 42-year-old mom, and my perception of TikTok was I can't dance, and there's no way I'm going to dance on social media. So, no way. And the other perception, too, was just a whole new platform. And I just wasn't wanting to focus on another platform for building my business. But then I happened to be on Instagram, which is I play there anyway, and they came out with their version of TikTok on Instagram. It's called Reels. And there was something about it that really drew me in. I found, as you said, the videos very entertaining and creative. I loved that they were put to music and just brief little clips of words to get the point across. And so I started playing there. And I will tell you what, I'm having so much fun making them. So it is fun to sit and scroll through, and I do get inspiration for what I may want to create, but I'm having a blast creating them. And I think for all of our network marketers out there, I've been in the industry for 6 years, and I know that sometimes parts of what we do can be tough, putting ourselves out there, handling, what we may perceive as rejection and, hearing no and things like that. And for me, this has brought such a spot of light and fun into my business. And so I'm really, really enjoying, taking the time to create. Like, I literally have a list of 4 of them that are staring me in the face that I'm going to go out and create today. And so for anybody who is playing in those platforms, like, my tip would be to do like batch creating. So let's be real here. Like, it's COVID, many people are working from home. And so there may be days that I just am not really video ready, right? I haven't showered or done my hair. And so on a day that you do those things are the days that I kind of set aside because I'm looking at, good enough for camera. I set that time aside to do my content creation, and it really is a lot of fun.
Well, that's good to know. And I also want to put it out there that maybe, just maybe, we don't always show up camera ready. Because the more authentic we are, the more easily people can connect with us. So right now, here I am sitting not only on Clubhouse. Now, nobody on Clubhouse obviously can see me, but I also am streaming live on Facebook at the same time. So I've got my phone close to my microphone so that way other people can hear. But that also means I've got a camera streaming on me. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have any makeup on. My hair is a little frizzy because I'm on day 2 post shower, so it's not that super curly. It's the I've been brushed a few times since the last shower, and so it's not all perfect, but it's me. It's who I am right now, and I want people to be able to connect. So I'd like to throw out there that we don't always worry about being camera ready. But the other thing, Stacy, is I've seen, because I do so much on TikTok, at least, in terms of content consumption, if not creation, at least consumption. I do notice that quite a few of the other TikTok creators, um, they are creating on Instagram Reels as well. And then they're just taking that video and going over and posting it on TikTok. So it's not like you have to create a whole new set of videos. If you're already creating for Instagram Reels, all you have to do is just jump over to TikTok and upload it.
Interesting. I learned so much. Andrea mentioned that we were recording a video earlier and we were talking about social media marketing. And I was like, gosh, every time I listen to you, I learn something new. And I don't think I knew that people would go on TikTok and share it to Instagram, but I didn't realize that it could go the other way. So
Oh yeah,
I learned something
absolutely.
myself here today.
Yeah, I don't know if and I'm getting some compliments from people saying that I look fabulous on Facebook Live. So thank you. I appreciate it. But yes, I don't know that Instagram will let you share directly to TikTok. But when you create the Instagram video, I'm assuming you have the option to save it to your phone. And so I would assume then that if it's saved to your gallery, because you can pull any video, picture, whatever from your gallery to share on TikTok. You don't have to create from scratch because there are a lot of people who pull from other videos.
Yeah, you're right. And then, so you just save the video compilation, and then you just have to add the music to it back in the TikTok platform. So, yeah, that
Yeah.
would work.
And you don't even have to add music because I don't always add music. you know, if I mean, I guess if you want to, I mean, there are so many options out there. I mean, I don't, I haven't even played with that piece of it yet. But that's why I hired a VA so that way she can do all those things so I can start doing the fun things like this, like
I love
TikTok
it. Yeah.
creation and everything.
Well, I
So,
have to say, my 13-year-old daughter has been instrumental in me learning the Instagram Reels because she well, not obviously, she is on TikTok and does a lot of them. And there are some differences between the platforms, but she has absolutely helped me a ton with some of the tech pieces that sometimes scare people with learning these new technologies.
yeah, I do have to say, when I first downloaded TikTok, I think it was, I don't know, maybe last May, and I was watching a lot of them, stuff like that. And my then 11-year-old one day goes, Mom, um, you can actually make a TikTok. And I was like, okay, smartass. But I think she was actually trying to be helpful. I think she thought that I didn't know that I could make my own kind of thing. But it was one of those things where I wanted to kind of get used to the platform, get used to what was going on out there, right? And so she wasn't trying to be rude. She was really honestly trying to be helpful. But I had that moment of, okay, my kid finally has hit the moment of she thinks she's smarter than mom.
Oh, yes, yes. I have had some of those moments with my 13-year-old as well. I joked with her the other day. I said, you might be the queen of transitions and all the different special effects that you can do on it, but I know when and how to post it. So they just create, 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 and so she was telling me basically that when are you going to play that reel? When are you going to show us that reel? And I'm like, I'm waiting for the perfect time to share that one. So,
That makes sense.
Speaking of 13-year-olds, whenever I have clients come on who are like, they have this stigma with TikTok. Either they're afraid because it's something new, or they are, they're like, I don't want to mess with TikTok. That's not where my audience is. My go-to phrase is that TikTok is not just teenage girls in half tops dancing, because I think that that's what everyone has really built it up in their head as. And so I always try to tell people, oh no, you can learn recipes, you can learn hacks for your iPhone, you can learn marketing strategy, you can learn boutiques, showcase their clothes, all that stuff. And then my big phrase is that you have to train your TikTok. So if there's anyone who's like a little nervous about TikTok and nervous about the content that they're going to be exposed to, you immediately go in, and it's much like this Clubhouse app where you kind of picked a few things that you're interested in. But then beyond that, your For You page starts to send you things. And based on how fast you scroll past it to the next one, or whether or not you heart it or save it or send it to someone, that tells the platform that you want to see more of that. So I always say I have trained my TikTok very well, because it is full of marketing tips and moms who enjoy White Claw.
I love that. I have to share a funny story then. I may be guilty for in my Instagram reels. A very good looking gentleman showed up one day, and I might have watched it a few too many times, and I might have sent it to a friend. And the man continues to show up into my feed all the time now. And I don't typically follow that kind of stuff, but he was just strikingly handsome. And so, yeah, I've apparently trained my Instagram reels to show me
See?
anytime that man shows up.
you you trained the puppy and you didn't even know it.
Yes.
That's funny. That's really good. And I would definitely agree that TikTok is very good at picking up on the things that you like because it just keep I don't watch the for you page a ton. Because I follow so many great creators. I'm like, man, if I were to follow too many more people, I don't know how TikTok would know what to show me anymore, But um when I do occasionally watch the For You page, I do find some really cool things. Like recently, I started following a guy. He's a young 20 something who has a super deep voice. And his name is Luke the Voice. And he sings on TikTok. And it's amusing and it's fun. And so, you know, I've been watching some other creators there's only one person I can think of two people I can think of off the top of my head who are in direct sales who are on TikTok or network marketing. And one of them is a Touchstone Crystal rep. And she does a great job of integrating some fun family, fun TikToks, and then occasionally just showing some blingy stuff to catch people's attention. Then she goes back to the fun, right? She makes it about herself and authentic, and she does some funny ones and she does some real ones that are actually her, not just duets or using a sound. And then the other person who I've seen who's in network marketing did not start on TikTok as a network marketer, but through the course of his fame. So if you're on TikTok for any amount of time, you will at some point see a video from Scott D. Henry, and he
Love him.
oh my god, he's so fun and funny. He has these amazing hilarious videos that he does back and forth with another TikToker named Rich, who is this like really motivational inspirational kind of person. And they do these, like, they go out to stores and use the stores names to send messages back and forth to each other. And it all started with Scott D. Henry being obsessed with Menards because he's a 12 he's all right, he's a 40 something year old man who laughs about Menards like a 12-year-old boy. Okay, just we're gonna go there. But anyway, he started with a network marketing company over the summer, and he was very good about showing his before and afters because he started with a supplement company that I'm well aware of because I've got clients with this company. It's a ketone company. And so what he did was he just started having the ketones in the background of his videos. He wasn't outright with them, but because I knew the company, I was like, oh, I know that logo. I know that shaker bottle. I know that blah, blah, And so he was just very subtle about it at first. You'd really have to go back and look at some of his TikToks from over the summer when he first started doing those. And then he started, people started commenting, hey, Scott, you look like you're losing weight in your face. You look like you're losing weight in your face. And he did. He started losing some weight and through the process of that. And so he wasn't in your face with the product and the sales piece until people asked him about it. And he went about it, I think, in a really smart way. And then through the process of him, because he was already so big, I think he had like over 1 million followers by the time he started with the ketones. He already had 1 million people watching him go through this transformation. So then a bunch of people started, going to his link, buying the ketones through him. And then they ended up having stories and sharing them with him on TikTok. So now there were other people who were promoting his business and saying, hey, here's my story. Thanks to you, I've lost 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds over the past few months. And he would duet those people to show, hey, this isn't just me. I'm not the only one who's having this type of experience. So utilizing TikTok as a way to subtly introduce your company, your products, but really more, I think, focus on the results, the benefits, because that's what got people talking. Was not the fact that they could see the ketone company's logo in the background, but that they were actually seeing hey I'm noticing a difference in you, Scott, and he mentioned it. So I think that's been an interesting way. And so, if you're going to do this, you don't want to go into social media and assume that you're automatically, just gonna. It's not a sprint. You're not just gonna start getting um, you're not just going to start getting major sales right now. It's going to be a marathon. You want to create a story arc over time where where you're showing things and showing the results that you're having, and all of those kinds of things to begin to, you know, attract and create interest uh, to you and what you're wanting to accomplish.
Well, and I think going back to one of the very first things that you said was that you, knowing how much time you spent on TikTok, you can really only knowingly say you can think of two network marketers on the platform. And that right there should trigger everyone in network marketing to go running to TikTok. And this is why, because how oversaturated are our Facebook pages with six, seven, eight, 10 direct sales consultants for the same company. And so you're playing in an oversaturated market in Facebook and on Instagram. And I'm not saying don't spend time on those platforms, but what I'm saying is you have this unique opportunity to take your niche about your business and go talk to them on TikTok. And the TikTok algorithm, not to get all nerdy marketing on you, but the TikTok algorithm is doing amazing things for people because it's a baby. It feels like Facebook circa 2009 through 2011, where when you got on there and you built your business on there, it was new, it was fresh. You weren't being, pushed out of the algorithm because you're talking about a business or a business opportunity. That is what TikTok is right now. It is a place where a video can have an insane amount of exposure, much like Stacy, what you're experiencing with Reels, but times that by 10. It is a great platform where I went out there when I first joined TikTok and actually typed in network marketing. I typed in Roden and Fields. I typed in Cincy. I typed in Color Street. I typed in the companies of the clients that I was working with to help them with their social media. And I mean, there's next to nothing out there. I mean, you do see a few with the companies that focus on health or weight loss, Beachbody, things like that. You'll see those out there. But a lot of these product-based businesses are not out there. And I mean, you could be killing it out there. Now, that being said, I agree with what Jenny said, which is that it has to be a really great combination and a slow build of an audience combining give us some of you and give us some of your product, make us think of you when we're ready to buy that product. And how that happens is by making you relatable to us, make us see ourselves in you. So if you get on there and you're talking about your frustrations with your husband not putting his clothes in the hamper, or leaving cabinet doors open, and you run into them, that's something that we can relate to. And now we're like, oh, I follow this girl on TikTok and she sells such and such product. Let me go out there and see if her website's on there. Sure enough, it is. Now I'm buying from you and I live across the country. It's just a really cool opportunity.
And I think too, just to pull out some ideas for people, because I think you're right. I think there are a lot of health and wellness people on there. One of my favorite TikTokers to watch is, she's a house cleaner, and she just shows these little 1 minute videos of like how to properly clean your toilet, how to, whatever. And, you know, if she were a Norwex rep, oh my God, she'd be making bank. She'd be making bank. I'm telling you, because there are so many people who watch what she does. And so now she does have affiliate relationships with like Scrub Daddy sponges, and like I think Dawn Power Wash sent her a bunch of free stuff. So, and I don't blame them, because let me tell you, I went out and bought Dawn Power Wash because I don't watch commercials. Like, I don't watch live TV. So TikTok is my commercial, at least in the case of cleaning products. And so I went out and bought Power Wash because I didn't know what it was or whatever, because I buy like the same stuff every time I go to Target, you know. So I bought it because I saw her using it on everything, not just dishes in her sink, because I was like, why do I need a power wash? Well, she's using it on her stove, she's using it in the bathroom, she's using it like all over the place. And so it's things like that where you can just show, show what you're doing. So Norwex reps, if you're listening, if you're watching right now on Facebook Live, get yourself on TikTok and show what Norwex can do, because that is such a visible um, product, right? To really show it off, and then people are, because then you can put a link tree in your bio for TikTok, and then people can go check it out, and then they're gonna maybe buy some cleaning cloths or the face cloth, or one of your laundry soaps or whatever it is that they have. So just throwing some ideas out there for that. So we got 5 minutes left, ladies. What last minute knowledge bombs do you guys have, or what has all of this sparked for you?
Well, I'm going to just say that I don't know if I have any more knowledge bombs for you, but this one, my daughter yesterday, my 13-year-old, was really begging me to clean the toilet. And so now I'm thinking she must be following that same TikToker.
She probably is, because she's a really good TikToker and she's fun to watch, and she's really fun. So yeah, maybe get your kids to watch house cleaning TikToks, and maybe they'll clean the house for you.
I love it.
Talk about a knowledge bomb right there. You don't have to clean your house anymore if you let your kids watch TikTok, and then they'll want to do it. Andrea, how about you?
I would say I did think of one other thing that came up in that TikTok clubhouse that I just came out of, that it was one of those light bulb moments for me that I was like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought to do that. So if you are on TikTok, are familiar with the algorithm, you can use other people's sounds, right? So you can use their voiceovers, or you can use audio clips of certain songs, and there are trending songs. So like right now there's a trending song, it's called Driver's License. And so it is showing up more and more in people's For You page. And so what someone suggested in this clubhouse I was just in was that you always hear use the trending songs, and not necessarily the top two or three trending songs, but pick from the trending songs or the trending audios, because people will go and search out those audios or search out those songs and then watch all the TikToks that are played to those songs, to those audios. Great. I already knew that tip. However, what this person said was take the popular audio and put it to your TikTok, but you turn that volume all the way down and you still do your TikTok with your voice over it. So you don't even hear that audio, but you now are more likely to come up in their For You page or in their searches because you chose that audio.
Oh my God.
And I was like, that's brilliant.
Oh.
That is interesting. And I guess if I had 2 cents to give, being that I can check all these boxes and I say it applies to me, I've been in the industry for 6 years, and I have been resistant to play around in some of the newer features on social media platforms like stories or reels, because of just sort of, I guess, for fear of not knowing what I was doing, and I would just encourage everybody in network marketing to think back to when you started your network marketing business. Like, you didn't know what you were doing, but it was getting up, taking little steps forward every single day, and that's how you begin to learn. And so if you've never even opened TikTok, get a profile and start watching some videos and seeing what people do with it, and just take small steps daily to start moving yourself into some of these different platforms, and you might actually find that it's actually a lot of fun.
I love it. I agree. I think a lot of people are just, probably overwhelmed with all the things, and they're going to stick with what they know, which is definitely the case when it comes to like Facebook and stuff. I know I personally am guilty of not wanting to do stories because, it doesn't make sense to me. There was never anything that ever taught me how to do it. At least with Clubhouse, I love the fact that there are places where you can go and look how to do Clubhouse, but there was nothing ever on Facebook that's like, hey, here's this new feature, let us tell you about it. Like, I never saw anything like that teaching me how to do it, right? So, and I think there are a lot of places where you can go look about how to do TikTok stuff, and you can do, you can YouTube TikTok stuff. It'll teach you how to do various features, and there are even TikTokers who create TikTok videos teaching you how to use the different features. So, I mean, you can literally just look at go check out some various hashtags to see about those things. And so there are someone is watching our Facebook Live. Her name is Leslie. She's a friend of mine, and she's doing TikTok OSHA violation videos. So either she's creating them or watching them. I'm not sure which, but good for her. She's watching those videos. Oh no, I can only imagine what an OSHA violation video would be. Maybe a whole bunch of fails.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, so I promised everybody that this is not going to be one of those rooms that goes on forever and is a total time suck. It's literally a place where we're going to come and drop bombs. And I think we dropped some pretty good bombs here, ladies. So thank you, Andrea and Stacy.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for introducing me to this platform. This is super fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad to have you ladies here, and I am continuing to do these every Thursday at 1:30 Central. Next week, I have a gal named Shauna Smith co-hosting with me, and Andrea, you are welcome to come back as well. Would love to have you. Shauna Smith is she's a virtual assistant expert, and she's going to be sharing how you know when it's time for you to hire a VA to help you with your business.
Awesome topic.
Yeah, I'm super excited because oh my god, let me tell you, hiring my own VA has been life changing, and I've only had her for like a week and a half. So super happy about that. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Janine Finney, for coming and listening. I invited you to come up and speak at the beginning. Since you didn't hop onto stage, I don't know if you'd like lost connectivity. I didn't invite you again because I didn't want you to feel like I was bugging you. But if you are interested in joining me, Janine, I'd love to have you on one of the future Knowledge Bomb clubhouses. So message me or email me, and I'll get you up on the stage with me as well. So thank you, ladies. I want to let everybody go, so I'm going to go ahead and end the room at this point in time. Okay?
Thanks, Jenny.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Oh, I guess I'm still on live. I should probably end my live video. You guys are watching me like scroll past on other stuff to make sure the room is closed. Thanks for being on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining me, Leslie and Sue. It was great having you guys here commenting. I hope that you were able to hear Andrea and Stacy as well. But yeah, just know that if you're on Clubhouse, come join us on Clubhouse every Thursday at 1:30 for Naptime Knowledge Bombs. Or if you're an Android, I am continuing to offer these here on Facebook just so that way Android people don't feel left out, because I really hate people feeling left out. I don't want that. So everybody have a great week. We'll see you next Thursday at 1:30.